Nailsea is a country town midway between Bristol and Weston-super-Mare. It's got excellent trade links to both Bristol and Weston-super-Mare, both on the motorway, which is only about 5 minutes away from Nailsea, and on the A roads, and also there's a train station at Nailsea and Backwell, which goes both to Weston and Bristol. Nailsea is a thriving town. It has a population of 20,000, very near to it. It's got a thriving town centre, full of lots of different shops, offices, restaurants, etc. And there is also the huge advantage of free parking. So there's lots of attractions for customers to come into Nailsea and do business with you.
Hi, my name's Ian Thompson of Thompson Commercial. From a retail perspective, Nailsea's come on leaps and bounds in the last 3 to 4 years. It's seen a number of new arrivals, including Waitrose, WH Smith, and new Wetherspoons, and new Domino's, and quite a number of the tenants in the shopping centre in particular have renewed their leases for another 10 years, showing real commitment to the town. The town has great access for both disabled people, wheelchair users, mums with pushchairs and so on. It's one of the most accessible towns in that respect in North Somerset. It makes it a very easy and comfortable place to shop with free parking. It also has a great catchment, something in the order of 70 or 80,000 people within 10 to 15 minutes. And I know from anecdotal evidence that Waitrose are pulling from a huge area going as far as Chew Valley, up into South Bristol, Long Ashton and so on. I think that Nailsea's got a bit further to go to improve over the next few years, and I'm trying my best to help in that, and certainly with the involvement of the Chamber, which I work very closely with, I'm sure that'll be achieved.
My name's Rod Lees and I'm Chairman of Nailsea Town Council and have been for the last 2.5 years. What attracted me to Nailsea about 24 years ago was, I suppose, primarily its proximity to Bristol for where I was working, and also ease of access on the motorway junctions. But it was clear looking at the town, it had a lot more to offer. It was a town that was growing at the time, nearly up to about 15,000 people then, I believe. It had great primary schools, 2 really good secondary schools to choose from, which is rare in an area like this, as well as a lot of good community activities and good shopping for most of the things we'd need.
I moved to Nailsea about 35 years ago, and whilst I was working for a major commercial agency firm in Bristol, and about 7 years ago I decided to start my own business specialising in commercial property in this area, North Somerset area generally. The reason I chose Nailsea is that my specialism is retail, and Nailsea has the largest retail area of the peer group of towns in the North Somerset area. But it also has great access to the motorway system, and my work takes me roughly 2 hours from Nailsea, both north, south, east and west. That locational benefit also means that it's a great spot for new businesses to start in this area. It's a lot cheaper than being in Bristol, and the connections are excellent with the rail line direct to London or down into the southwest. It's also got great access onto the M5, which again gives you direct access onto the M4, so you can get to London or to South Wales or to the Midlands or indeed the deep southwest quite easily. So I think it's a great place to be.
The strategy of the town council is not that we can physically do anything, but what we are able to do is to bring together the interested parties who are involved in the town centre, in the shopping centre there. We've got the Nailsea Chamber of Trade and Commerce. We have, of course, the owners of the main shopping centre there. And it's a question of getting them together, understanding the market surveys that they've all been involved in, looking at the Mary Porthouse survey and taking note of it and see what we can do to really make our town centre better and more interesting for the community as a whole. And I'm not just talking the people who live in Nailsea. We have a much wider catchment area here. Many villages around Nailsea, they all come to shop here. We need to explain to them what we're doing in the future, what sort of shops we're going to try and get into Nailsea, and how we're going to do it. And of course, keep telling them we're going to keep our free car parking here.
Nailsea Chamber of Trade is an organisation mainly of local business people who have come together to get to know each other, to help each other in their businesses, but also mainly to promote Nailsea in terms of providing an outlook for people a focus group, if you like, for people's thoughts on what to do with Nailsea and how to get together to improve the town centre and market to the wider area.
I'm Gilly Chu. I'm the owner of Gilly's Cafe, who's been on the high street now for 9 trading years. I've been part of the Chamber for quite some time now, and it's something so that local businesses, industry and commerce and retail can all work together, actually promoting the town. We have actually established now closer links with the Town Council as well, and I think that really benefits the Chamber. It allows us to actually communicate more openly and to work together to actually promote Nailsea as a market town, and hopefully encourage, obviously, if the footfall increases and we get the surrounding areas using us as a shopping centre, then it's good for all of us.
The Chamber comprises, at the moment, a very good variety of different businesses. We've got quite a few shops in the town who are members. We've got the cafes, but also the lawyers, accountants, those sorts of businesses, funeral directors, beauticians, some of the supermarkets, and the GP practices are also involved in it. So we have a good range of the businesses in Nailsea who are able to provide a good focus from the different areas of business.
Benefits for myself was that I could actually be able to communicate with other traders. It's always worthwhile to be able to bounce ideas off other people, to share information, and just the simple questions to someone who's involved in finance, what's the minimum wage? Those are things that we can share in the Chamber of Trade without incurring high charges by phoning up one's accountant or, other service industries that you may use and may have to pay.
The benefits of joining the Chamber of Trade are, firstly, you can learn about other businesses in the town, and that helps you to help your business along in terms of what your business can do for other businesses and how other businesses can help your business. And in turn, that helps you in attracting more customers. And the Chamber also encourages people to work together. We're not all in competition because we're all working together as Team Nailsea, if you like, to attract customers and other businesses into the town to make Nailsea more of a thriving community. We've also recently been in more of a discussion with the local town council and the owners of the shopping centre to try and work together to see what we can all do collectively to help Nailsea become a more thriving community.
The Town Council have constantly been looking at the future of the town. It's our role, we believe, to look at least 10 years forward and try and understand the town. We've no doubt the town has grown dramatically from about 3,000 people in the 1960s to up to 17,000 now. And it's the type of population that's changing in Nailsea. For example, myself, who's over 60, I brought up 2 children in this town who are now just about to leave home. But I'm not going to leave Nailsea. I like Nailsea as a town. It's got everything round here for me. It's got great voluntary organisations, great access to the countryside, so why should I leave? And I think that's the case for a lot of people now in Nailsea. But one thing we have to consider is, if we're not leaving the houses, what are young people going to do about housing here? We want to keep a vibrant community here. We've got a small town which we think is our village, and that's what we've got to think about and plan with our district council colleagues for the future.
The future's very bright here in Nailsea. We've just recently had WH Smith join Waitrose in the town centre. It's another good leading retailer to actually welcome Nailsea. It just shows that Nailsea has a lot to offer. We've got good footfall. People are still wanting to use our town because we offer free parking facilities. All the facilities that local people need are actually on the doorstep. They have a good local bus service that takes them to the train station if they do need to leave town. And we have good links with all the schools, excellent facilities at them, and offer a really good sporting facility as well.
In terms of where the Chamber is going, I'd like it to become a larger chamber to attract more businesses, but also I'd like to encourage the active membership so that we can achieve more in terms of what the town is doing. The recent discussions with the town council and the shopping centre managers has been productive in terms of working together for a better outcome, and I'd like to encourage more of that. So we need more members to be able to carry out more activities like that.
I think Nailsea's got a great future. If the townspeople and the chamber, the town council all come together and try and work to improve the community and the sort of village atmosphere that Nailsea has in the past enjoyed and can continue to enjoy.
To join the Nailsea Chamber of Trade, you simply have to fill in an application form. If you go onto the website for the Nailsea Chamber, which is nailseachamberoftrade.co.uk, and you can click on the application form and fill it in. All we need simply is details of you, your name, your business, etc., and send that with a cheque for £30 to the name and address on the bottom of the application form, and then you will be a member.